Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and um, if any of y'all were to ask me who are some of my favorite action figures, or what are some of my favorite action figures, one that would be pretty high on the list would be this guy. And I realized that I have not reviewed him, so I decided, you know what? I think it's time that we look at the Spawn Universe Soul Crusher, also known as this guy, the gas mask guy. Now, I have with 22 moving parts, yeah. So this guy's really cool. First off, I like the background. The background's cool. But yeah, I've said before, I don't think I've said it in a video before, but I've said, like, talking about this guy with other people, that this guy looks like a superhero from the Fallout universe. Like, he doesn't really look like a Spawn character. He looks more like he's from, like, Fallout, or even from, like, Batman. Like, this guy looks like Paul Dano Riddler mixed with the Ratcatcher or something like that. Like, I think this guy looks really cool. He doesn't really look like a Spawn character. So I think that this guy really works in any setting, any collection. Like, you could even have this guy up against Spider-Man, and it would probably make sense. But yeah, you could also have him up against a Spawn. This was the first Spawn figure that I got, and again, that makes sense because this guy is a Spawn character. But a comparison that actually wouldn't make as much sense is putting him with the classic Spawn figures. So even though these guys have a similar theming, they're definitely out of scale with each other because these ones were smaller. But as far as how tall this guy actually is, he does have some height to him, which would make sense considering he's a 1/10 figure. He is, let's say, about 7¼ inches, or he is, let's say, just under, let's say, like 18.5 centimeters. It was like, so like just under 19, so let's say 18.5. So this guy looks really cool. The first thing I want to talk about is the cape and the hood, because this texture is just phenomenal. I mean, if you just look at him from the back, he almost looks like the Spectre from DC. So it's like this guy has a lot of aesthetic to him, a lot of aesthetic potential. He even has like these rips in the cape to show that he's like been through a lot. But this doesn't even look like hard plastic. Like, this looks like cloth, or I don't even know what, like wool maybe. I don't even know what it looks like, but this doesn't look like plastic, but it actually is. And it looks really good, and it even has like some wrinkles in it to show that it's like, it's kind of old, and it just kind of has this form to it. You got this guy's gas mask underneath. The gas mask looks really cool. You can also see a bit of his skin underneath there. So it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see his skin underneath that. So yeah, the gas mask itself looks cool. I don't know if there's any detail underneath the mask if you take it off. I'm not going to do that because I like this look too much, but yeah, there is probably not a whole lot going on underneath that. They got a tube that connects over to the back there, so that looks pretty cool. You even have like the detail, like it even sort of continues here. You have like this. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but yeah, it's got this like texture underneath it. So it's like a charcoal color with like this thing. It looks like it's made out of leather or something like that. But yeah, you got the metal thing there. And then you have these belts and straps and all of that. With these like metal things on there. You got some like ammo things on there. You got a shoulder pad. You gotta have the shoulder pad, obviously. And then you have like the cape that kind of drapes over the side. I think that looks really cool. I like the combat like style suit that he's wearing underneath. I don't really know what you would call it. I do like the gloves, these long gloves. They look really cool. They definitely look accurate to the source material, and they just look accurate. Like, you could, like, theoretically just make this costume yourself, if you have the supplies for it. So I think that's really cool. You got these like bandages here. They're attached to some ammo on this side, and then over here you have a holster for a gun, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. You have some metal like knee pads there. You got some like straps on the side there that connects them. Then you have these really nice boots. These boots look really cool. I like how they look kind of grimy, like this guy's been trudging through the mud or something like that. That looks really cool. And then you have some laces there. They go all the way up to here, so it's like this probably takes this guy a million years just to put these boots on. But it's all good. When you look like this, I think it's worth it. But yeah, so that's about it for the aesthetic. But in short, it's just like this guy just looks really cool. I am a huge fan of him. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what you can kind of get the idea here, but this guy looks really cool. So as far as articulation goes, his head can really only rotate a little bit. It can also move up and down, but yeah, like that's about it. Because you don't want to break the hose, but then you also he also just doesn't have a lot of range. As far as his arms go, they can only go up about that far, just because of the cape there. So do be aware of that. Of just like this guy can't really move all the way around. And speaking of all the way around, he can't. Like that's about as far back as his arms can go, just because of the cape. So yeah, he can't really do anything super dynamic, but that's fine. So yeah, he does have a bicep swivel there. Bicep swivel is good. He does have a double jointed elbow. So there you go. That looks pretty good. And then you do have a ball hinge for the wrist. So there's that. Then for the torso, it can go forward about that far, and it can go back about like none at all. But there you go. And then you do get a thigh swivel there, so that's pretty good. For the legs, they go out about that far comfortably without really breaking up the sculpt or anything like that. So that's about all that you get. They do go forward a pretty good amount, and then they go back just a little bit. But there you go. So that's the range that you get for that. And then you do get a double jointed knee. So there you go. There's the double jointed knee. It looks pretty good. The knee pad definitely helps to hide the not so good looking sculpt that there would otherwise be. And then you do get a a ratcheted like ball hinge type thing for the ankle where it goes back about that far, and then it goes forward about that far. So there you go. So that, and then you do also get a toe joint, because of course you get a toe joint. But yeah, so that is about it for the guy's articulation. Then as far as accessories go, he does have this really cool, it's dusty because I've had this guy for a while. You do get a really cool Spawn display stand here. It's just like the DC and Mortal Kombat and all those other ones. And so I have this guy on here because it helps him stand a lot better. So there you go. But then with his accessories, he has this thing. And this thing looks really cool. It's like this super rusted assault rifle. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's got like a bayonet on there, and that looks really sharp. And then, like I said, like this gun, like this looks like it's like super rusted. And yeah, but it's like it has this really nice weathered look to it, where it's like this guy has gone through a lot of battles with this thing, which makes sense given his character. But yeah, so essentially he is yeah, this guy he's got this, and seems like it's definitely served him well, so you can just have him hold on to it pretty easily. So we might as well have him hold it, because why not? He came with it, so we might as well wield his weapon. So there you go. And then you'll notice that he has a trigger finger hand on this side, but then for his left hand, it's just like a regular like gripping hand. And I think the reason for that is because you have a little bit of a knob there on that side. And so what you could do is you could turn his arm, and then you could have this hand hold on to that. So you could basically have him hold the gun like that. So I think that has a really cool look to him. And I definitely like posing him with that. But that's not the only weapon he comes with. He also comes with this gun right here. And it's just a small little pistol that has a nice metallic, it's almost like a metallic black color. Like, I don't know what exactly you'd call it, but it looks good. It looks good. They even bothered to have like details of like little screws that like hold the gun together, like theoretically, so that looks really cool. And what you can do is you could have him hold it in his hand, like that, of just, if you don't want him to have this thing, you could just have him hold the pistol, or you can just fit it into the holster there. And I think that looks cool, because that way he's still armed, and even though he has, this massive thing. So if he runs out of ammo with that, he could just use the pistol. So there you go. That is Soul Crusher, and he is really cool. I highly recommend this guy. Like, even if you don't collect the Spawn figures, like if you just collect the McFarlane DC figures, this guy could still fit in. If you collect the Mortal Kombat figures, he could fit right in. If you collect really anything McFarlane, like anything McFarlane, or even like anything that's 1/10 scale, like Marvel Select. Like if you collect Marvel Select, you could still collect this guy and have him fit right in. You could just pretend that he's like, I don't know, like you could pretend that he's like a gas mask superhero or supervillain or whatever he is, whatever you want him to be. That's why I like this guy so much, that he has a lot of versatility with this design, and he comes with 2 guns that you could give to really any character. So I highly, highly recommend this guy. He's one of my favorites for a reason, after all. But that's about all I have. So if you enjoyed this video, do be sure to leave a like. If you like Soul Crusher or this figure, or you agree, you can leave a like with that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this guy. If you like him, if you don't like him, whatever you want to talk about, I'm down for it. And if y'all want to see more content like this, do be sure to subscribe. Check out my Spawn playlist, as well as my other playlists and all that other stuff, if y'all want to see all that. But other than all of that, I do hope that you enjoyed, and then I will see you all later. Goodbye.